Right, welcome to day number 37, and this is probably the day that I'm most tilted about because market just gave me the middle finger and said, F you, I'm taking your stop and going to your profit target after you've been patient. So, as you can see now, price shooting up to my target, which is really, really annoying, but let me guide you through my bias today and my patience while I was waiting to enter on this trade. Right, so let's start on the daily. Daily, again, I saw that we touched this fair value gap and then we closed above it. So I was bullish. At the time, we were trading a little bit below here. The 12-hour had this order block right here, and then we had the weekly order block right here, which I expect us to get there today or tomorrow during news. Right, so the 4-hour was looking pretty bullish, and if you look at here somewhere, where did I take it? So I took this high, saw that we closed above. We inverted the fair value gap at the time, which was not really closed yet, but we basically inverted this. And if you see, the 1 hour at one point was looking pretty bearish, but again, I was very patient and I decided to wait. And this is just annoying me so much right now, man. Anyways, I just decided to be patient and I said, okay, we could still visit this 4-hour fair value gap that aligns with this 1 hour fair value gap. And then if we still close inside, I'm going to be bullish, right? So then we get the 1 hour close and we close inside. And if you look at the 15-minute as well, after that we closed, the 15-minute was bearish. So I decided to wait a little bit more. So what me deciding to wait a little bit more is that then I on 15 minutes and 3 p.m. and 5 minutes in, I see this breaker. I'm just gonna remove the noise and this as well so you can see it better. So this is the breaker that got ignored. We broke structure bullish on the 5 minute. So now the 5 minute, the 1 hour, the 4 hour, the daily, the 12 hour, and the weekly internally is aligning, which is perfect. And I see this. So I decide to enter there. Initially, right, I wanted to enter on this trade. And I guess this was my first mistake, but I didn't want to jump the gun here. I did want to enter this trade right here with the stop there and the profit target here still. But I didn't want to jump the gun and I decided to be patient and wait for the structure break. So I did that. I got the structure break, which is here. My entry was there and I see this fair value gap forming, so I put my stop loss slightly below it and my TP at the top of the 1 hour order block, which is all the way back here. So at the top of this close. Then, I get my entry. I hesitated to execute here, so then I got filled here. Then I closed it because it went a little bit against me, and I was not sure if there wasn't plan. Then I was able to think clearer, and I got filled on this candle right here because, well, this is still, in my head, this is still a good setup to take, and I would have taken this any day of the week. I'm just so annoyed because, market just gave me the middle finger and said, F you, I'm going to take your stop after teasing you for 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, after teasing you for basically half an hour. So we get that. And then if you look at the 1 minute, look at this. Look at, I get filled here. Well, actually, I got filled here on this candle. I lied. I'm a horrible man. Yeah, I know. I got filled here on this candle after this close. And then we push up, we sweep these highs, and I'm thinking, how many times do we need to sweep these highs? So we got one sweep here, we got another sweep here, then we got another here, which we closed, and we've broke structure. Then you got this perfect setup right here on the 1 minute. but I was waiting for the 5-minute confirmation. And I was saying, how many times do we need to touch this? So we touched here, we didn't go then. We closed here, we went back to my entry, then we went back up, touched that level, then back down, then touch it again, then back down, then price was teasing me, then touched again, then it went back down, almost took me out. So my stop was actually here. Almost took me out, literally one tick away from taking me out. Goes back up, and I'm thinking, okay, this is like a breaker here. I'm sure that at mostly we go here at the bottom of this order block and we get any closes. If we get any closes, then we'll probably go lower, and that was wrong. Fine. Then we get price dances around here for a little bit, sweeps again that high, that previous 1 hour high, then sells off. And I wanted to close below here, but I said I'm gonna be patient. I'm not gonna make the same mistakes that I did last week with trailing the stop loss too early. I'm gonna to be patient, and I'm gonna leave the stop loss where it is, because all the way from down here to up here is still a lower high. Then what we get, price goes down, closes here, touches this 1 minute order block, which I would never in my life long this, especially when price just goes down like this, takes me out, and then boom, shoots up to almost my TP, which, to be fair, I would have probably closed it around here on this candle, because I was just so pissed off. So that's it for day number 36. Yeah, man, I don't know. I've reviewed this. I've tried to review this. I've went through this trade before hitting record several times on my head to see where I could be wrong. And I just cannot see it. I mean, you got the daily, which is bullish. And I mean, sure, we're inside this order block, but we touched this order block first and we went down here. So next logical path to follow is going to be up. So yeah, I really don't know. I mean, the 12-hour, sure, there's that 12-hour touch, and that would make me, probably would have made me bearish. But then we got the touched, and only then we went back down, and then we got this nice reaction from the fair value gap, which at the time was not really a fair value gap on the 4-hour, but we got it on the 1 hour. I mean, I just don't know. I just don't know how I could have executed better. Could have I been more patient? Even more? Yes, definitely. I could have been more patient. But keep in mind that I already had another trade put in, which was on the 1 minute. So here on the 1 minute, I wanted to long this, and then price just shoot away. So that's why I was firstly hesitant on longing this, because the decision making was too quick, and I was thinking that maybe I'm jumping the gun. So I closed it, and I took some time to say, would I take this trade? Would I be okay if it goes to my stop loss? To which I then said, oh, yes, I would have been, because this is actually a good setup right here. So with that said, could I have been more patient? Yes, I could have been more patient. But I mean, you just don't know, because price could easily just touch, went up, went down, then went up, and then I would have never got an entry, and possibly force an entry on the 1 minute and be taken out. So the setup was there. Obviously, we got big news tomorrow, and that could impact like this choppiness that we're seeing. But yeah, I just don't know what I could have done better. So at least it's a losing trade on probability. Right, long video. I ranted for a little bit, but yeah, I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you tomorrow.